In the early years of war, they laughed at its bulk, called it a flying tank.
They called it a flying bathtub. The Luftwaffe laughed, certain that nothing so heavy could outfight their sleek Messerschmitts. In America, engineers were forging something unexpected, a brute of metal and horsepower that would soon silence those laughs.
She was heavy, stubborn, and loud, but when her engine caught, the earth itself seemed to tremble.
Across the Atlantic, the Allies prepared to unleash a thunderclap above Europe. The Jug was coming.
At first, the Thunder was wings heavy, its range short.
The sky above Europe roared, steel birds defending heavier ones, their contrails weaving protection across the clouds.
They had laughed, until those laughs were drowned beneath 8.50 caliber guns, each spitting flame and thunder. Hit again and again, the Jug kept flying, its iron heart beating when others would have fallen silent.
Once unwieldy, she became their trusted giant, an armored angel with a temper to match her power.
When the Jug dove the sky bent to her will, Germans dared not follow, their wings would tear before hers faltered.
From the clouds to the mud, it became the soldier's guardian angel, spitting fire to clear the path ahead.
The Luftwaffe struck back, but each engagement proved the Jug's might. It could dive, climb, and kill with equal fury.
Stories spread through every base, the Jug that came home with holes big enough to see daylight through.
At last, the Jug's reach grew long enough to follow the bombers to the heart of Germany and bring them home again.
Its thunder echoed from Normandy to Berlin, a sound that once drew laughter, now drew fear.
Each run shattered supply lines, the Jug not just a fighter, but the hammer of Allied progress.
The laughter was gone now. In its place, a quiet dread whispered through.
The storm outside mirrored their resolve. Night or rain, the Jug.
They wrote of courage, loss, and the machine that carried them, both shield and sword in a sky of fire.
Together they stood, brothers bound by thunder, guardians of the skies who once were doubted and now revered. Over Normandy's beaches, the Jug spoke with fire, its thunder clearing paths for freedom's return.
Where armor rolled to resist, the Jug descended, delivering vengeance for every pinned man on the sand. To those who flew her, the Jug was more than machine. It was armor, thunder, and angel combined. The hunters had become the hunted. The German sky now echoed with American thunder.
They guarded lifelines as fiercely as they fought, each flight one more thread in the tapestry of liberation.
With new fuel tanks, the Jug's reach stretched farther, and nowhere in Germany was safe from its thunder. In the frozen Ardennes, the Jug's roar broke the silence, turning retreat into resistance, despair into drive.
When the skies closed, they waited, listening for the moment the clouds would part and the thunder could return.
The Luftwaffe struck one last time, but the Jug rose to meet it, proving once again that thunder does not fear storm.
The sky, once contested, now belonged to them. The Jug had become the anthem of victory overhead.
The thunder had rolled across continents. Now only echoes remained, and peace filled the void it left behind.
Its story became study, proof that strength, not speed alone, wins endurance in the storm of war.
They spoke of her with reverence, a thunderbolt not only of metal, but of memory. Decades later, her roar still stirs hearts.
The sound of history reminding the sky what courage once felt like.
Those who built her knew they had not crafted beauty, they had crafted survival, and through it, victory.
Every start of that engine is a whisper from the past, a thunder reborn to remind us of its time.
Few remain, yet each stands eternal, a monument of courage forged in aluminum and flame.
Once mocked, then feared, the Thunderbolt's roar endures, echoing across time as steel transformed to legend.
Through mist and gunfire, they crossed a narrow sea to open the road to Europe once more.
From hedgerows to highways, the Thunderbolt cleared the path for those who fought on foot.
The front moved swiftly, and the men in khaki steel wings followed through rain and mud.
They struck the arteries of the Reich. Each rail severed another day of occupation.
Steel met steel, and the Thunderbolt earned its place beside the tanks it protected.
To many Luftwaffe veterans, the Jug was less an aircraft than an armored predator of the sky.
No longer laughed at, they flew guard above the waves of bombers that now struck at Germany's heart. Each landing carried both victory and wariness, written on faces smeared with oil and dust.
In the quiet hours before dawn, unseen hands prepared thunder for another day.
Even thunder must sometimes wait for the clouds to lift.
When the sky reopened, thunder rolled again, swift and unforgiving. Over the Rhine they roared, heralding an army advancing to end a long darkness.
Beyond the horizon lay Berlin, the end of one journey, and the memory of all who didn't return.
The thunder grew silent, its echo carried in memories rather than engines. Though Europe was quiet, thunder prepared to roll across new seas.
Redesigned for distance, the Jug stretched its wings across the endless Pacific blue.
The guns that once roared fell silent beneath a sky painted with peace.
The machine once mocked became a symbol of victory and of those who flew it home.
From Europe to Latin America, the Jug's thunder rolled on in new hands and new skies. Once it was the sound of battle. Now it is the whisper of history preserved in aluminum and time.
Long before the laughter of skeptics, a handful of designers dared to imagine armor and firepower flying together.
Piece by piece, the Titan took form, heavy, defiant, born for endurance rather than grace.
As wheels left the earth, a new sound entered the war, deep, confident.
Too heavy, they said, until weight became its armor and power its answer.
8 barrels of certainty, each burst a statement of intent no foe could ignore.
On that vast floor, thousands built thunder by hand, each rivet a promise.
From factory to front, thunder traveled in crates, destined to answer every jeer with fire.
With extra fuel beneath its wings, the Jug followed bombers farther than ever imagined.
The heart of thunder demanded care as fierce as battle itself.
While men flew them, women built them. Hands steady, hearts steadfast.
Before they could make it roar, they first had to learn its every heartbeat.
From canvas trainers to armored giants, the leap was daunting. The reward, survival. Across accents and insignia, the mission was shared. Control the sky, free the ground.
Before bombs fell, lenses captured, knowledge was the first strike.
Speed and range met armor and firepower, two champions of the same cause.
For every victory claimed, he remembered the squadron that made it possible.
They fought not for destruction alone, but to bring one another home.
The roar of turbines soon outpaced the thunder of pistons, but legends never retire. They evolve.
Old warriors taught young aviators the spirit of thunder passing from hand to hand.
Decades later, the same thunder rolls, no longer a weapon, but a memory aloft. Time had grounded their wings, but not their brotherhood. Thunder still lived in their laughter. From battlefield to gallery, the Jug found peace beneath the reverence of history.
They spoke of torque and timing as poets speak of rhyme, the language of machines that saved men.
Every line preserved ensured that Thunder's origin would never fade to static.
The Jug's lessons, strength, survivability, simplicity, echoed in every airframe that followed.
Even as jets screamed overhead, the old Thunder still answered the call of battle.
Freed from war, the Jug found new skies to serve. Its power tamed, but never silenced. In miniature, the legend lived again. Precision, patience, passion.
Old reels breathed anew, grains of history sharpened for generations yet unborn.
He spoke not of victory, but of comrades, and the comfort of metal that brought them home.
Once flown by heroes, now flown by learners. The sky reopened through code and memory.
Each roll and dive became a salute, the sound of gratitude echoing across decades.
This red line shows their path, son. They called it Operation Thunder. It was a long time ago.
Across continents, they revive what thunder meant, a shared heritage of courage and craft.
Within pixels, the old engines stir again.
Words frozen in time finally spoke again, reminding the world that Thunder had a human heart.
His voice bridged decades, proof that stories of thunder never truly land.
From rivets to pixels, from fear to fascination, the Thunderbolt endures as echo and emblem.
The laughter of doubt long silenced, only thunder remains, a testament to those who dared to fly through it.
In digital form, Thunder's truth found its second wind, preserved for minds yet unformed.
Across continents they watched, the roar of the past uniting living hearts. To scholars, it was more than a plane. It was proof that resilience, not speed alone, wins skies.
One name among thousands, but behind it, a sky once shaken by courage.
Each reel, each frame, small thunderclaps trapped in acetate, saved from silence.
Their sound once heralded war, today, remembrance.
Thunder's paper trail, fragile yet enduring under steady modern hands.
To learn of thunder is to learn of endurance, machines that carried men, and men who carried hope. In flickers of light, Loved ones return.
Ideas clashed as fiercely as planes once did, each perspective a flight toward clearer truth.
Art reclaimed the roar, translating thunder into color and compassion.
Thunder entered the cloud. Data turned devotion. Access turned remembrance. The children of thunder met its steel, history tangible beneath their fingertips.
Technology retraced courage, the same skies, mapped anew by gratitude.
A voice of our time gave thunder its final echo.
Where thunder once rose, silence now keeps vigil. Thunder has fallen silent, but its echo endures, in sky, in steel, in story. Within glass and silence, thunder's legend breathes.
We called it the Symphony of the Skies. When you heard it long before you saw it.
He remembered each sound, each spark, a craftsman who tuned thunder's heart.
New hands restore old thunder, passing the torch from memory to mastery.
Decades late, yet timeless find, valor found its way home.
Within its frame, a symphony of engineering full, metal shaped to meet destiny.
Even opponents remembered its might. Why, a machine feared, then respected.
Their strength forged the Jug's wings, thunder born from women's hands. Once a weapon, now a wonder, thunder returned as spectacle, not fear.
Each panel, each rivet a page, curators, the librarians of thunder's tale.
Technology opens old skies, each tap a journey through thunder's realm.
To sit undersea seat is to feel its burdened end. Education born of empathy.
Faces once dimmed by time return to light. Thunder's human heart restored pixel by pixel.
Their words still whisper sea. Ink and memory weathering together.
From these runways thunder spread unturned, the armored arm of freedom sweeping west to east.
Even by night, thunder is watched over Pralik, a relic under faithful eyes.
History's wings now travel light speed, thunder shared beyond borders.
Light replaces gunfire, thunder's echo.
Steel immortalized in bronze, thunder grounded, yet still ascending.
Their engines fade, but the spirit never does. Thunder eternal in every free sky.
Names upon names killing. The roll call of thunder's guardians.
Preservation made possible by many Antler, guardians of memory across generations.
For those whose thunder fell silent mid-sky.
From thunder's ashes rose peace, plainer, fragile, precious, enduring.
One last roar fades into a horizon cold, thunder at peace with the heavens.
History still flies, a living echo on steady wings.
This has been a chronicle of courage, Chi. Thunder remembered, lessons eternal. As the guns quieted, the Thunderbolt stood as a monument of endurance, its last sorties marking the end.
Decades later, the Thunderbolt remains more than steel and engine.
Once an angel of war, it now served as a teacher, training the new generations who would inherit the sky.
Hands that once fired its guns now caressed its skin again, keeping alive the memory of thunder long past.
Their words bridged generations, truth spoken through time, each memory carrying the weight of thunder's echo.
Once feared in combat, now celebrated in peace. The same wings that brought destruction now carry inspiration. Each restored machine tells a chapter of courage. Steel preserved not for war, but for remembrance. Once enemies, now partners, preserving the machines that remind them of the price of peace.
From propellers to pixels, the Thunderbolt endures, its legacy reborn in digital form, beyond rust and time.
Time has softened its roar, yet the name Thunderbolt still commands respect. A testament to
Generations come and go, yet the Thunderbolt remains, etched in history.
To those who built it, flew it, and trusted their lives to its armor, the Thunderbolt was more than metal.